Anyway, hello, welcome to Two Can Play at This Game. Right now we're watching Becky playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Well, actually, I say we're watching Becky playing Horizon Zero Dawn. This is actually in the past, and now we're commentating over clips of Becky playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Because this is a new format, so we were just kind of winging it. So, hello. On this channel we're probably going to do lots of like little gameplay footage of the games that we're playing and having interesting discussions about it, and yeah.
Interesting, just getting the standards high from the beginning.
We'll leave that to you to judge. Okay, so what's going on right here?
Okay, so first there's the very important turkey kill. Plenty of those through the game because they actually have quite a lot of valuable resources and they're pretty easy, pretty obvious targets.
What do turkeys give you? Salmonella.
Salmonella, yeah, if you eat them before you've been to a fireplace. No, there isn't actually any cooking in the game. But they do give you things like bone, fatty meat, lean meat, things like that that are used in crafting. Mm-hmm. Not so much ammunition, but more carrying capacity, things like that.
Nice hit.
Thank you. So now we're looking at the first watchers that you encounter after the whole tutorial with Rost. So this is sort of your first...
That's Rost, by the way, not Ross.
Yeah, don't get those confused. We've got Rost here with us and Rost in the game. So we've just taken those down pretty smoothly and moved forward into the actual first hunt area. So this is me having my very first go, having a look around. This is where the first scrapper in the game is found, so didn't really know what to expect.
What's the scrapper?
Well, I guess you'll see and find out.
Okay.
So in the first hunt, what we're looking for is 3 blazes. So these little canisters that are on the back of quite a few of the less aggressive machines. So here on the Striders. And as you can see, like every game ever, stairs and ladders are a nightmare. Mm-hmm. So that purple little screen you can see, that's the focus that she finds earlier in the game. That's Aloy, our main character. It gives her a little bit of an edge over the other tribesmen and women. And that yellow canister, that is Blaze.
Oh, nice, you can just shoot it off the back of it like that.
Mm-hmm. And it does quite a bit of damage to the actual machine, whatever machine it is, and your focus shows you what the weaknesses are so you can target them more effectively.
That's really good.
You can't have the focus open and shoot at the same time though, so if you have focus open, you go to draw your bow, automatically blazes it.
So headshot seems to do quite a lot of damage, I'm noticing.
On the Watchers particularly, their eye is their weak spot. If you open that up in focus, that's what it shows you.
That's very satisfying.
But for quite a long time I thought it was going to be as satisfying in other monsters, but you'll see monsters, machines, so you'll see that is not the case later. Monsters. So not a bad start, pretty clean. I think we got 1 or 2 blazes there. Oh look, it's the scrapper!
Alright, okay.
You can see as well, it has a bit of a dodge animation going on, which isn't really seen in any of the others so far.
Yeah, because you were taking them out pretty easily with your bow there, and a nice little random hit.
Yeah.
And
you can see the desperation the minute something new pops up in any game.
It's fairly agile, like that was quite forgiving there. Like you didn't really hit the ledge, but she still sort of survived, which is kind of quite lucky.
It can be a bit hit and miss with that. I think maybe there's supposed to be some pretty forgiving hitboxes, and maybe you get a little bit too used to them, too dependent on them, and it bites you in the ass later. And instead of the scrapper taking me out, the forgiving hitboxes took me out, clearly.
That's impressive.
Okay, take 2. So utilising that focus again, looking at the weak point. And changing my mind. I do really like archery in general in games. I do tend to lean towards that quite a lot and like to utilise that. So it's nice to have that as your primary weapon.
Yeah, I noticed you did a lot of that when we played Tomb Raider.
Yeah, a lot of that in Tomb Raider. And in Skyrim, I spent a lot of time just hunting and found that really satisfying.
I like how the arrows don't dip at all, so that is like a really satisfying interaction.
If you aimed really far away, there's some dip.
Alright, okay.
But you also are able to purchase a bow that's sort of more sniper-esque, so that you can get more of a straight shot at greater distances.
Yeah.
But it's much slower than the hunter bow, which we're using now. You don't really upgrade bows though, it's more that you purchase all of them and you have a small number on your wheel that you can access at any time. And here as well, you can see the dynamic weather changes.
Yeah, it's like it almost completely changed like colour on the screen. Like
Yeah, absolutely. And what's nice is occasionally Aloy comments on that. So, for example, if it's raining, she comments on the fact that it's more difficult for machines and people and beasts to see you, so you have more effective crouching.
I noticed like earlier when you're playing it that she was making a lot of sort of like just general comments that were reacting to the environment around her, which is quite nice because it makes you feel kind of very immersed in the game, you know, like she is a real person who is actually in this environment.
Absolutely, which is really nice. Aloy is a really well-rounded character. And although a lot of games have it so that there's that sort of self-talk going on, I feel like with her, because she is an outcast, because she has been so isolated, it completely makes sense for her to do a lot of self-talk. And she, earlier on in the game, you see her using her focus to watch holograms of people. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, the Striders, as much as I think their heads look almost big cat-esque, very horse-like, lots of horse trotting, horse cantering movements, the sort of rodeo kicking that's going on. And they do make horse noises as well.
Oh, it is Rodeo Strider.
I think it does raise some interesting questions about the origin of the machines, you know, like that they are very much mimicking animals. You know, have they been designed by humans in the past that are comfortable with sort of the designs that you see in nature, or are they going off, you know, imagery that they maybe have saved?
Without spoiling that, have you come across any information in the game about that?
I have got some footage that I captured of the Nora's views on what they believe went down.
What the Nora? Who are the Nora?
So the Nora is the tribe that you are sort of born into, that you are an outcast from, and you are in Nora lands. So outcasts are stuck in this area called the Embrace, which is sort of the centre of Nora lands. Oh, here we've got the Scrapper. This is actually you playing, Joss. This is you having a go, yeah.
Oh gosh. Prepared to see me die.
So the Scrapper has a scanner that we're still not really working out, but as you can see, if you are nearby, it finds you pretty quick. So you can see the weaknesses on the Scrapper as well are glowing, so you just have to focus open. That was pretty harsh to you because you hadn't really had any time to acclimatise to the controls.
What's jump?
Yeah, when in doubt, jump. There is a lot of use of triangle in this game, which is quite unusual.
Was this still me?
This is me again now.
Oh, this is you again. Okay, no wonder you do so well.
You won't be saying that for long.
Hello. He does not seem happy. Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
Do you you know, think about like, I don't know, getting out of the way?
I thought about it. I don't think that thought actually translated to my hands pressing circle to roll out the way though. I'm not even sure if I had really discovered the roll yet, but I discovered it and liked it a lot pretty quickly. And look, there comes the Scrapper.
Oh, hello.
So the machines really do work together, as much as you can often find the Scrappers destroying any of the corpses of watchers and such that you find. The herds of different kinds really do stick together and help each other out, which means you do get flanks. They do consider it. There we go. See, I told you it wouldn't be long.
Yeah. That's a powerful kick.
Well, if you look at them, think how heavy they are. I mean, a horse of that size would deliver quite the kick. And when you think that these are metal... So this is the point where I was actually going the wrong way and went back over towards the previous watches. But I had a little bit of fun with these guys, utilising some of the skills like using the rock, things like that. At this point, I haven't spent any skill points, which is how you go through sort of building your character's skills. So you can spend your skill points on your tree to get things like whistling to lure them over, which is really useful, and I've used a lot since this point.
This stealth is reminding me a lot of games like Tomb Raider, as in the remake of Tomb Raider. And hiding in the long grass is very kind of also Assassin's Creed kind of style.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments have really reminded me of Assassin's Creed. Things like the tall necks, sort of being like your eagle points in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, tall necks being?
Tall necks are sort of like a central data point that are absolutely huge, and they're the ones that you'll have seen on a lot of the art, things like that. So a big disc for a head, huge long neck.
Oh right, yeah.
So you
sort of like a Brachiosaurus, but
yeah, essentially a Technosaurus or something.
Techiosaurus.
Something like that. Yeah. And they're great. You can climb up to them and later on hack into them, and that unclouds part of the map, just gives you information for that area. So as you can see, I'm really adjusting to this bow, really starting to really get into it, enjoying it, especially those shots straight to the eye on those watches. Really satisfying. Okay, so here we have the scan mechanism. I don't want to spoil for myself in Google just yet.
So you don't know what the scan mechanism does yet?
Well, it's more that I'm not sure what the sort of proximity on it is. This is one thing the watches do. They'll do sort of a big, brilliant bright of light that really slows you down, really baffles you. And you can see that Aloy covers her eyes. Mm-hmm. So I bolted.
Yeah. Get the hell out of Dodge.
I like to die as little as possible, so I'm willing to take the slow and steady, slightly painful approach.
Yeah, I've seen that quite a lot.
Yeah, you have.
What was it? Isn't like in Fallout where there was... I remember one time when we were playing Fallout and there were a bunch of ghouls that came at you, and for whatever reason you basically ran pretty much half the map.
Oh yeah, I kept running backwards and trying to break them up and taking them out, and you, after about half an hour of this, I don't think it's working. I just kept running into more ghouls.
They're joining the train. The ghoul train.
Oh gosh. Painful.
It's like Soul Train, but ghouls.
So I really do like the tall grass. I also like that they've sort of gone for like a red topped grass, so you actually do feasibly blend in. But I would like more places that actually registered you as hidden.
Man, can you imagine if Aloy had been like a brunette?
Just roll around in the mud instead. And that's why I love the lights on their eyes. It really helps with the targeting. Makes you feel so good playing this game against watches, particularly because there are other moments that do not make you feel so good.
As we've seen so far.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet.
You're equipped to take you on.
So how are you doing with that objective?
The one of actually getting the blazers.
Yeah.
So here you can see that I'm going for the eye again, but really it isn't the same kind of weakness on these dudes.
No.
So then it turns into dumping the arrow. And look, we discovered how to roll!
Yay!
And to hit the spear in the wrong direction. There we go. Well, that should hopefully be a blaze down then.
Nice. So yeah, it's not as, doesn't seem like it's as satisfying getting them in the eye when they don't go down in one hit.
No, it isn't, absolutely. Especially as I think the Watcher eyes are slightly bigger than the Strider eyes. But getting the blaze canisters off them is really satisfying, because then it takes them down to pretty much another one shot. There we go.
That was good.
Yeah.
Just a random hit out of nowhere there.
I'm out of everything.
That's it, spending the ammo on the all-important turkeys.
Please tell me you go and pick it up.
Imagine if I just cut off this clip. There.
There would have been no closure for me.
There you go, fatty meat.
Fatty meat?
The best kind of meat.
Not
So
nice.
let's see, I'm still being an idiot. I'm still aiming for these Strider eyes. Learn from my mistakes. And missing. Out of the panic. It was the rolling. All of the rolling. I like seeing my gymnastics teacher would be proud.
Oh yeah. You did a bit of tightrope walking earlier as well. I mean, I don't know if that's gymnastics, unless you did
Circus
circus skills in your gymnastics classes.
You know what? I actually did do circus school skills at my first school.
Your first school.
My first school. Yeah, that one.
Don't want to give too much information. Otherwise, creepy people will find you online.
Yeah, with that information, they're going to get my national insurance number.
I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, the people on Reddit. I mean,
It's true. Right, this right here. I was saying this to you earlier. This is the sunk cost fallacy at work. There were so many easier Striders for me to take, but I could see that health bar in the distance, and I went for it. And look, I regretted it very quickly.
I don't think they've seen you yet, though.
Oh, they're about to!
Oh, there you are.
See, now it really is like the circus. There's fire involved.
Just want to clarify for people of Reddit, I don't think you're all creepy.
Hashtag not all Redditors.
Hashtag only some Redditors. So you decided I'm going to cut my losses and save.
Yeah, because the thing is, we had done this so many times and just not saved. And I really like the quick save mechanism, you know, like that's one of the fastest quick saves I think I've ever seen. And I like...
Are you sure you didn't cut anything out there?
No, that is completely uncut. Completely uncut. So it's really nice. And I like the sort of... the link with the whole, like, campfire rest thing. So now, after chasing down the sunk cost fallacy Strider, I found all these ones that I'd already killed. All with blazes. Such a time waster.
Oh my word.
I know. I'm a completionist though. I like to just get rid of everything in the area, but that's actually pretty bad for the environment, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, especially considering those scrappers are probably going to go and like pick it up afterwards. I mean, that's stuff they could have used.
Well, that was our first hunt with Horizon Zero Dawn. We got lots of footage for you, so we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye!